Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video. In today's video, we are diving into Able to do a more review style video, or actually tutorial style video, because a review on an application that is at such an early stage feels unfair. So we are doing a more of a tutorial style video. I did a first impression, and as I said, this is a really early stage application. We are still at version 0.1, but I find it fun to test out these applications. One, because it gives me an SEO advantage over everyone else creating content, but the main reason is because I'm really into these tools and I like to see how they change. If you go and watch my first AnyType video and you check out AnyType today, it is totally different because AnyType has changed so much. So I find it really fun. Now let's just jump into Able and I will try to explain things as I go. So Able is like a blend between a browser and a note-taking app. What's fun is that you can actually add notes here. I don't remember where I put my note. I put my note in here. I can actually right-click and I can show it in Explorer because it is in on my device. I'm guessing as markdown files. I will just open this up and it is actually markdown files. You can see the folder structure and you can also see like the different stuff here. But you can see like my folder here and all of my content here, and it is inside of my vault with my inbox with the different folders I have, and this is exactly the same folders that I have in my library. So it stores your note files locally, which I and many others really do enjoy and are really happy with. But that is not the selling point of this application. So I showed you one way of opening the folders, but you can also right-click and open as context. And I can do that for all of my folders. I have my recent folders here, but I have a pinned one here, which is like my YouTube stuff, and that is what I'm going to use to demo this. So let's say I have a YouTube folder here. It is supposed to be able to drag and drop. So I can just drag it in here, and now it is inside of my YouTube stuff. But let's say I'm also currently working on that YouTube idea. So I have, let's right click and open this. And here, let's do markdown. Let's do what is able. Let's just write that. So that is my content idea for this YouTube video. And I can go back in here. I'm actually working on a blog post for Able. So if I now go back into my folders, this I find a little difficult, like knowing where to press, because I can go into the views here, but I wanted the folder. So here you have my folder, and this is the what is able. And here I can actually create a view. So let's say I wanted to find information about able. So I think it's able.ac. Uh, and that there I can find able. So I can check out their website. Here I can do a couple of things. So I can right click this and I can link it to or move it to. So I can move this to tabs of selected context, or I can link this website to a folder or a view. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to link it to a view and I'm going to link it to able. Uh, the way I've understood this is that these views can be for like when I'm currently working on a project. So let's say I'm currently working on a video that takes me a day or two, maybe a little longer. Well, if I want to store something in my folder, it is more of a resource, so more of something I want to keep long term. Um, Probably forever. Think of it as a resource in Para. That's the best way I would describe it. So here I actually have my what is able, and I can actually click this button right here, which opens this up. And let's say I needed more tabs. I can't come up with something, but how to make a YouTube video. To make a YouTube video like this. Let's just pull this in. And let's say I now wanted to, first of all, link this to the able view like this. Um, and I now wanted to like change this up. So what I will do here is that I will click this button and it changes it. So now I have this what is YouTube. Let's say I didn't need my note right now. I could close this and I could open this. It also works with keyboard shortcuts. But I'm, as you might already know, I am terrible with keyboard shortcuts. So basically, I could go on here. Let's add this to my notes about what is able. Let's say I'm finished up with my notes and I wanted to create a YouTube script. So there are multiple things I can do here. What I will do is that I will right click on this folder, create a new page. Let's call this video script able. And let's actually add that to a view. So let's link this to the able view. Open this up, and now I can start writing. It has a bunch of blocks you can choose from. Basic Markdown support. So if I do this, it works with Markdown. It works with the double square brackets, as I showed you, like this. So a bunch of things you can do here. And then I can work from within here. And let's just close everything up. And let's say now it is time for my day job. I want to do some day job stuff. I can do that in here. And now when my like day job stuff is done, I can come back and I still see everything. I can still see everything in this view and work from it. So I find this really, really interesting. So I have one for LLM. I would probably have one view for actually it wasn't supposed to be named view, but I would call it admin stuff. So these are things I'm currently working on. As I mentioned earlier, like sometimes I will have things that I'm not working on, but I still want them stored. A web page, for example, I would put that at the folder level instead of the view level. So a super interesting application in that sense. The inbox is just where things open. So if you can actually have this as your main browser and you can open things in your inbox. So it isn't a full inbox feature yet, but I really like this context. That is probably what I like the most because a lot of times I can like save things into my note-taking app. A lot of times I will do that. Let's just use my mind as an example. I will save a lot of stuff into my mind. But instead of having just notes here, these views can actually function like basic workspaces, where I have all of the things for a specific project, for example. Uh, so it can basically work as my workspace, and I can have different workspace for different projects. I can have different folders for different aspects of my life. I have a resources one. This is where I would probably place things that I don't know where I wanted to put yet. So let's just say design inspo, for example, I would put in here. And you can also right click this show in Explorer. I can actually move it. So let's say I finally decided what I wanted to do with it. I could move it to something. I can also link it to something. So let's say this is a resource. I still want it to be a resource. I still want it to be in here. But I want to use it for a specific project. I can actually add it into that project, and I can remove it from this view. I can delete it from everywhere. But once I'm done with the project, it will still live in my resources right here. So I find that super, super interesting and a super actually not super, that was the wrong word, but I would say amazing way of not duplicating information. That was what I was trying to say. It isn't easy when English isn't your first language, but I think that like covers up my idea of this application and the philosophy behind it. It is currently at a really early stage. Uh, I am testing it out on my Windows device. There are still a lot of things that need to be figured out, but I think it is a super interesting application. And what I probably like the most about this is the fact that it is something else. It isn't duplicating something we already have, which a lot of new products do. I think that covers up like my initial thoughts on the application. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching or listening to today's video.